Hi, this is Steve. I'm with the Blue Wealth Group, and I'm not here to sell you anything, and I'm not here to waste your time. We're doing a campaign with businesses across America, and we're working with regional as well as national authorities. It's very, very possible that you're not taking advantage of these government-backed incentive programs that you're entitled to utilize, but you don't know they exist. So it sounds pretty boring, but it's really not. This gets better. So my job isn't to sell you anything. Rather, it's just to qualify you and facilitate this for you. Now, I'd like to make a bold statement right now. I guarantee what I'm about to tell you that you're going to be interested in. That's pretty bold. But last year, we've helped over 600,000 people take advantage of these programs. Some of them you're familiar with, some of our names of our family now, right? Companies like Dell Computer. How about Orkin? Toyota, Cigna, Wells Fargo, the Mayo Clinic, YMCA. Everyone knows that one, right? How about Gucci? That's nice. And there's tons of school districts, about 1,400 accounting firms, and they're all participating in providers of the PHI program. And I'll explain what that is. But last year, about $16 billion were returned to U.S. businesses. And about 80% of that money was given to Fortune 500 companies because they follow specific tax codes that generally fall outside the realm of your typical CPA. Now, so these are designed not to replace your current benefits or anything like that, but to enhance your company's healthcare benefits and save you money. Now, that's exactly what the preventative healthcare incentive can do for you. Now, we call it PHI. It's a little easier to talk about that way, and everything in the government has initials. So PHI. Okay, so the PHI is an incentive program. It came out with the CARES Act of 2020, and it was a government's way to answer the problem. You know, the baby boomers are getting older, and they're overusing the healthcare system. So the idea was that if we can give the companies and incentivize them to promote the employees getting healthier, that would be a pretty cool concept. And I think it is too. Picture this. Your company could be enjoying an average of about $500 on FICA savings per W-2 employee per year. So you can do some math there. That's a rough estimate. But you're going to see immediate savings on your very next payroll. So this is profit that you would otherwise just be giving to Uncle Sam. But now you can keep it for your company. Your employees will be looking at about $1,500 in additional retirement benefits each year, plus a huge suite of healthcare services. It's for them and their entire household. Okay? That's even the guy that sleeps on their couch. You know, the friend that doesn't leave, had absolutely no cost. So I said no cost. So their paycheck doesn't even change. That's pretty great. So this is going to include a lot of different things like 24/7, 365 days a year, telehealth, consulting services, stop smoking programs, nutritionists, dietitians, fitness programs, and even a pet benefit. That's awesome because my dog is really expensive and I hate going to the vet as much as my dog does. If you haven't noticed or haven't been paying attention, but based on my personal experience right now, if you go to an emergency room, you're going to expect the average time to wait between 2 to 6 hours. And that's not good. You're in an emergency room. You know what I mean? If you want to schedule a doctor's appointment, and I challenge you to do this. You might get an appointment that's weeks out. Some appointments are months out. So that indicates a real problem. So personally, I deal with this on a weekly basis. My wife is going through a double lung transplant, and so this information is very real. And I'm really not kidding about that. Unfortunately, we use the medical system on a weekly basis. That's part of our existence. And that's kind of what led me to this job. And I genuinely believe this program, this could be a lifesaver for families that are just like mine. And there's a lot of us out there. Some of my friends say I'm one accident or one medical catastrophe away from being bankrupt. And that's pretty true. So a lot of this stuff is really important, and we have to pay we have to pay attention. So let me give you an example of this. So Mary's getting ready for work, and her child has a sore throat. Okay, so Mary just has to call the telehealth number, call the phone number. The prescription will be sent over to Walgreens. She picks it up. The kid goes to school. Mary goes to work. Instead of both of them calling off for the whole day to go see a doctor. So even if they get an appointment, right? So 1, 2, 3, way more productive, way better way of doing things for your family, for Mary, for her paycheck, for your company, and all the above, and the doctors. So keeping the employees healthier will also reduce your company's insurance claims. As you know, they're always going up, So as that increases and everything like that, the idea is that if somebody takes advantage of this, like they took advantage of a personal smoking cessation course where they're able to stop smoking, and that might avoid a very expensive lung cancer. So your insurance claims and premiums, they all matter, right? So now it's kind of starting to make sense to you, I think, why they would do this. So here's the kicker. There's no net cost to your company. Yep. And your employees won't see a reduction in their take-home pay at all. So these programs also improve employee morale and retention, and even attract better employees, because who wouldn't want that? Yeah, that's pretty cool. So wouldn't employees feel a little more appreciated if you gave each W-2 employee, say, a whole life insurance policy? Like a whole life insurance policy, like the expensive kind that is portable and accrues cash value every single year. What if you gave that to them at no cost? Well, yeah, Merry Christmas, right? That's a great incentive for the new year or whatever. Right now, it's kind of a game changer. And seriously, can you imagine just how that benefit would affect your employees? I mean, your overall organization. You're helping the employees and their families, and you're making a profit doing it. That's pretty cool. Basically, you're getting paid to be the good guy. Like you're like Santa Claus with healthy cookies, right? So studies have shown like employees, they really want to be appreciated. Okay, so if your employees thought you cared about them more, how would they view their job? How would they do their job different? Probably better, I would gather. Almost 100% of the people and the companies that hear about this program and understand what I'm offering you right now want it. Almost 100%, right? But 85% of them qualify. So unfortunately, everybody doesn't. But if you do qualify, then there's no downside. This is a win-win-win situation. There's no cost, no out of pocket here, no net cost. So the entire family gets all these household benefits and your company profits. Kind of sounds really good. The goal is, in all this, is to go through HR, but we don't want to give the HR manager headaches. That's not what we're trying to do. So we made this really super easy for you. We're going to do all the heavy lifting. We will explain it. It will even explain it to all the employees. We have specialists that may help HR and just really make this smooth and painless and easy to adopt. Now, right now, I'm going to give you a slight estimate, but even, on the money that you'd save for your company, but really working with HR is where we get our real numbers. We're going to work with HR to produce a couple payroll reports that have actual numbers that will really be able to help solid, accurate numbers for your specific company. Because typically the estimates that I give, they're based on minimum wage. They're based on $25,000 or more. So right about $25,000 actually is where I give the estimates. Now, if you know as well as I, there are people making more money than that at your company. So your real payroll data will be substantially different than any kind of estimate I can give. And you're going to be pretty happy about that. Roughly a week later, after we do that, once those numbers are figured out and we have the green light, then we'll set up another call. That call will last about 15 to 20 minutes. We're going to answer every question you have. And so at that time, we don't want to waste anybody's time again. We're going to have anybody in charge of making the decision on the call. So whether it's the HR people, the CEO, the CPA, whoever, we can get on the phone with a Zoom with a licensed specialist. And as a bonus, you know, if you like my jokes, I'll be there too. If you don't like my jokes, I'll be quiet. But every step of the way, I want to be there with you, just facilitating and making sure this is all smooth. Really simple. We work with all the top payroll systems and implement things without issues. We know what reports to run exactly, so it's smooth. HR ends up really liking us because there's not a lot of things they have to do, and this is more or less. How do I say it? It's not every day you get an offer you can't refuse, right? But I'm Italian and I always wanted to say that. So I'm going to give you an offer you can't refuse. Can't say it without laughing. I'd like to follow up with you in a couple days after you view the video or whatever and kind of get your input. Just let us know when we can get together after the holidays, obviously. But I really, 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 truly believe something like this program is going to change things. It's going to benefit the employees, and we all know how hard it is to keep employees and keep good employees. And this program is a secure way to give back to them without impacting your company financially. So let's rock and roll. I wanted to make this for you. Kept it 12 minutes. Boom, I'm good. All right, talk to you soon. Thank you so much.